Howdy. That's the greetings in these parts, and when you come to College Station, Texas, you know that the Aggies are ready to gig 'em. Kyle Field will be swaying and electric for this one. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Liberty Flames, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Texas A&M's offense takes the field. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Shoots it to the left. He makes the catch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes. And I think that's when you see the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Trying to get to it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. The Flames offense will have its first possession of the game. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. The running back on a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This crowd 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The Flames are moving quickly down the field. He's got it on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's inside the 15. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He wants to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Play number 9 on this drive. He'll do it himself. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that somewhere in the ground.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd down, going up top. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Absolute shank. Missed it. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. That 1st down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And that's why these guys play defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Offense working from the pistol.
Here we go.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going deep. And this one will be ruled incomplete. Made the catch, but just couldn't stay in bounds. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. The give to the back. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Trying to impose their will with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 Russian defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. It is good! And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. Now on first down from the 30. Wide out in motion. Back to throw, it's Pugh. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He'll keep it himself. And the Flames pick up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. A promising start to this drive. They've moved the chains a couple of times. Now they've got it first down at the 41. Looking to move it through the air. You know those defenders wanted to light him up. Quarterback wisely gets down with the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. Pass on the way. It's kicked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception.
Ball in the air. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it. You could tell. And they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in College Station.
Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
Back to throw, it's Pugh. He'll pull it down and run. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Keep it on the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The give from the gun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Oh, he not only blows it up, he picks it off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll try the run. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards.
And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
That's his second sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. A shot toward the end zone. And that pass is intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
It's not the end of the world. Bear with me. There is nothing worse than watching wide receivers run those little under routes, and I throw the football, and I'm 10 yards short. You got to push the ball down the field if you're going to get the first down. And guess what? You threw an interception, so be it. You made the tackle. No big deal. It's kind of like a punt.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Give to the running back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
To the air, it's Pugh. Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be fourth down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
I think everybody wants to go for it in this situation, but you got to actually do it, and you got to be comfortable with the consequences if you miss this. Obviously, he was. Conversion's good. Nothing to write home about. No fans upset. Everybody happy. All right.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on.
And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Feeling some heat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. The Flames decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Flames are moving quickly down the field. To throw, it's Pugh. They're bringing heat. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second down after that incompletion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Quarterback checking off. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. Touchdown, Flames. They move on top here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Wake Forest is getting blitzed right now at home in front of that loyal fan base. Loyal, but my goodness, that's being tested today. They're trailing by 15 to Cal. any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped him getting the first down. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll go to the counter play. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's O'Neal. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. He's loose down the left side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Texas A&M going up tempo.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Using the quick game. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Just threw that one way too far.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game.
Touchdown, Aggie! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Pugh. Got him downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Flames come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The offense in hurry-up mode.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
It's on target and complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air, using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And this is the time where I'm a defense. I'm slow to get up. I'm making sure I stay on that offensive player. I'm trying to eat up as much clock and make this offense burn as much clock, Palmer, as I can.
And this coaching staff right now, you know they're looking at the analytics too, right? How many timeouts do we have left? We want to think about dialing up some play calls that get guys catching the football or get the ball out of bounds to stop the clock. You've got a good rhythm right here. You're in a good position of the field to go win this thing, but you've got to be really smart with your play calls.
Try to barge their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Liberty! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lanes, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Pretty much down to cases here, David. They have to execute quickly to have a shot at the end.
And obviously you want to do everything you can to make it as short a Hail Mary as possible, right? So try to get a chunk right here before you have to take, Jesse, that big shot to the end zone.
And you know they're already dialing up that shot play, right? Who has the best hands on offense? Who has the best size? Who can go up high point the football and win you this game?
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Looking deep. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
He just took a shot down the field, didn't get it, so you've got time for one more play. Everybody thinking Hail Mary right now. I know the odds don't say you're going to come up with it, but, man, we have seen crazy things happen in college football.
He's not afraid to go deep. He knocked it away, incomplete, and saved the game as this one is over. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past.